online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin! When you were young.
Hey, AfterBuzzers! Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the after show for iZombie. This is episode 4, Live and Let Clive. If you haven't already, please subscribe to us on YouTube. Check us out on SoundCloud, iTunes, download, comment, rate, repeat, do it all. Tell us what you think of us, even if you hate us. We want to know. We'll try to be better for you. We are live right now, so if you guys do want to tweet at us during the show, you can use the hashtag ABTVIZombie, and maybe we can answer some questions with our special guest, who we'll get to in just a moment. But first, let's go ahead and get some introductions. I'm Hannah Prichard, and you all can find me on Instagram and Twitter at @TheHotShotDude.
And I am Blake V. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Blake V Media.
And I'm Asia Monet. You can find me at Asia M. Selden on Twitter.
I'm Jared Gilkerson, and you can find me at Gilkerson Radio on Twitter.
And guys, our special guest, David Anders.
Hey, everybody.
That's right.
So stoked to have him here.
Thank you so much. Nice to be here.
For such a great episode. Lord knows we all love him. I talk about him so much on the show.
So true.
So excited. So excited to have you here. Okay, so since you are here, I want to start off by talking about Blaine and the creation of his Zarmy, as I saw that you call it. So we're going to go with that.
Zombie Army, yeah. I think I came up with that last week. Zarmy. Yeah, I mean, he's got kind of a flawless business model here. He creates zombies, and then so he creates the demand, and then he goes about procuring his supply. And how is he going to protect that supply with other zombies that he's created? And when he loses some of his army, he just thaws more out.
Yeah, really disturbing, by the way.
Quite a backup plan.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, right.
But we first start out with your character actually opens the show today, and we see Jackie again, who I was thrown for a loop the minute you all wake up, because I was like, hold up, I thought she was a zombie, and now all of a sudden she's like bronzed and beautiful again,
right.
Which cracked me up, though, because then now you guys are doing these spray, which I have to quote, though, open with a great quote. I made you a zombie, but I would never make you a whore.
It's a great
I loved
line.
That's a classic one now.
So much. We even saw you do some like newspaper spankings at the pool.
Tanning together and everything.
Oh yeah,
It's official.
There was it was when I read it read like a bit of American Psycho, at the beginning of that, when he's just
absolutely
about himself, his predilections, and I can do 1,000 crunches now, and doing a skin peel, and I think we got kind of close to that. I think it came off like that.
Oh, absolutely.
Cool
that maniacal aspect of things.
Yeah. Swarmy. I don't know. But I still dig it. I love Blaine, so
Thank you.
Doesn't change things for me. But it did confuse me, because in the very first episode we see Liv buy all those bottles of spray tan, and why is she not getting tan?
Yeah, you never really see that. Maybe that's just like just in case, because her skin looks great.
Or maybe it's like an off-brand or like a cheaper brand, I guess.
Maybe
It just doesn't work. I know you needed the treatments, like the skin treatments, the
spray,
the spray tanning.
Right.
I think she had a change of heart. She bought the bronzer and was like, nah, I'm gonna embrace it.
Yeah, why not?
That she would be a self-hating zombie then.
True statement. She's got to embrace it.
Right.
There'll be more secrets revealed then.
Deeper issues.
Exactly.
So will we see Blaine pale again, or is he gonna rock this natural color now? Natural.
Blaine's gonna be rocking the color. He's gonna be rocking the. He's gonna be rocking the tan for a bit.
But Blaine has no desire to do the hair dye.
That's a funny thing. Initially, in the first draft of this script, he was getting his hair dyed too. And I fought for the hair to stay blonde.
You like those
and
frosty
everybody
tips?
else, the producers were like, yeah, we're going to keep the hair.
Nice.
So
right.
we kind of the yin to the yang.
Yeah, I dig that.
Adds to the intensity.
Oh, which I wanted to ask, which this episode kind of changed the way I felt about it, but the past episodes I was like, is it a prereq when they were like doing casting? Was it in the breakdown that y'all had to have like blue eyes?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do we all have blue eyes?
Like, until this episode, you all do. And it, like, stands out so much with, like, the makeup. I was like, is that a thing?
Yeah, every time we put the guy liner on, Amber, our fearless makeup artist, she'd say, oh, my God, this makes your eyes pop. It makes your eyes pop so hard.
She's a bomb.
Yeah, Amber does great. She does everything. She does the appliances, the autopsy scars,
Really?
everything.
Prostheses?
Yeah, usually you get like a guy that comes in special to do the prosthetics, but she does everything and she's great.
Can make
That's
you look like
awesome.
Beyonce.
Are you guys in the makeup chair for a long time, like, getting zombified?
Well, before Daddy got the tan, yeah, I would be in there for about an hour and change. And Rose is always in there for like an hour and a half because she's got a wig up too, in addition to the makeup. But and you know, my hair. Which looks great for the character, but ended up being a poor life choice because it started falling out in droves. And we're gonna, knock wood, we get a season 2. I'm gonna still do it.
You'll be bald by the end of the series.
That's what I said. I said to. It's so funny. We were talking. Me and the boys. We had this text chain going, and Malcolm was down here at his barber shop here, not far from here. I think in Van Nuys. And his barber just was laughing with some guys in the shop, and he chopped him, and everybody's like, "Whoa, no!" And the barber felt so bad, and Malcolm felt so crummy. It was the beginning of a new episode, and then the next episode, I was like, "Yo, dudes, I'm sorry to keep it going with hair, but I just got out of the salon, and I ran my hand through my hair." And it just started snowing on my face. And I was like, dude, next time you're looking for me, don't look for David. Just look for little Ed Harris. That's what's happening in my head right now.
Oh, my God. You'll have some more time added to your makeup chair session. You'll be getting up to next season.
I'll be getting plugs.
Exactly.
Well, that reminds me. Didn't you pose as a fake Eminem way back in the day?
That's a deep cut. Yeah, it was a buddy of mine. He had this clothing company called Inhale, and then this rapper Cannabis was a fan, and he was a fan of the clothing company, and he did this album, and it was a whole weird deal. like he stole Stan from Eminem's camp or something, and I played Stan, so.
He pulled it off.
It was peddling khakis the Gap at the time, so I was like, yeah, sure,
I'll do it.
I'll go do that.
Love it. So anyways, in moving on with the storyline of Blaine tonight, we then meet I like to call him his 2 meatheads.
Right.
Who lack tons of intelligence.
They're great too, right?
Yeah. They're hilarious. They were
perfect.
they nailed it the entire time. I have so many quotes, I think, written down for them. I'll try not to do them all.
Say them word for word.
They complimented each other, though, and they were kind of like...
Can't flex fat.
Yeah, exactly.
Steady.
Yeah.
Perfect one. No,
it doesn't take muscle fat to have a fat idea. I thought that was rather brilliant. And they're real homemakers of Whoretown. I think this needs to be a real show. When they said that, I was like, what?
Yeah. Homemakers
of
I think it's in
Whoretown.
development, actually.
Oh, it probably is. We'll probably actually recap it at AfterBuzz, so it'll be great. And then we also meet his chef, who works at Meat Cuts, which is now where he is keeping...
Meat Cute.
Meat Cute.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, I just found these in my car.
What you pulling out now?
It's a Meat Cute match.
You guys have matches?
Excellent.
Oh, we got everything. We got all the swag.
God, there are too many bars in Los Angeles who don't have matches, so it's impressive.
Our executive producer, Dan Etheridge, he came up with the name. Because Meat Cute is like, when people meet, that's what they call it. Like in a script, it's called a Meat Cute. So he's like, that would be cool. If the charcuterie was Meat Cute. And
I totally dig it.
it's stuck.
Yeah.
I totally dig it.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. That's
What?
me.
Push me.
Oh my God.
Come on, Jared.
They told me to
Put it
go
away.
live with the
Put it
show.
But I have to ask you, in all of her fun food creations, it made me wonder, what are the brains made of that you guys eat on set?
It's just it's a Chinese or Japanese gelatin called agar-agar, and the prop people feel that they got the perfect aesthetic for the brains, and it is. They look great.
Okay.
What does it taste like?
Is it good?
They don't taste like anything.
Do you have
Do they
preferences
flavor
on
them
set?
for
Like
you?
one person likes grape, one person likes cherry.
No, but that's actually funny. In this episode, when I kill the goons, you know, and we're all eating the thing. We're all eating this creation that Sissy, the chef at Meet Cute, created. It was like this gnocchi, but
That actually looked good.
one of the goons he's a glutard, so we had to do this potato gnocchi, and it was good, you know, the first 2 takes, and then we're all having to swallow and chew, and it was just like,
Yeah.
Expanding inside.
yeah. Needless to say, we broke for lunch, and I didn't go partake in lunch
Because you were full of brains.
I was full of brain.
But what I noticed too is that Liv always eats hers with like some type of hot sauce or something. So maybe you should try that. I'm telling you, she always has that hot sauce.
That's because we've lost our pigment, and we've lost our sense of taste. So
That sucks.
That just makes it give it a little kick. It makes us taste anything at all.
She's not so
I like how he had the blender. This episode was like just too cool. Like, you know, just blend it.
Like that
Yeah,
whole
right.
intro scene was
Yeah.
the best.
That was
it
great,
was
right?
like
It was.
treatments, high-rise living, culinary adventures. It was amazing.
Living the life.
Yeah, really living the life. The zombie life.
But your little goons, which I actually prefer that, so I like that better. Your little goons try to undermine you and go to Jackie and try to convince them, and you lay down the law and give them 2 shots in the head.
Pop, pop.
Yeah, and then hang them up in your freezer.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm hanging them up because they're dead.
That's what confused me. Are these
Do you just bring them back to life?
zombies like dead when you put them in the freezer, but they're already dead, so they're not really dead?
I don't know what Blaine's plans
I know,
for those
maybe it's
guys
got some
were.
other.
I think
some
he's
other
saving
creepy.
them for dinner, like cause they're in a meat place. So just let's save
just
the
use them as
brains.
the meat.
Let's
Yeah.
freeze them for a while.
True statement.
Yeah.
True statement. Okay, and I also
No, you waste no part of the buffalo.
There you go. There you go. No wasted meat cute.
So I have to ask you though, because you've been eating the brains this entire time too, but we've never seen you take on characteristics of the people's brains that you've eaten the way we have Liv.
Right.
Is that going to happen? Are we going to see that happen?
Yeah, I'd like to say yes, but I can't promise you anything.
Is that because you're not allowed to?
That's a yes.
I'm not allowed to. I'm not
going to
allowed.
guess.
I'm not allowed to say it at
Okay.
this point in time. But
Well,
I know we have a lot of hard-hitting questions for you. So basically, what's going to happen the rest of the season?
right.
Spill
we'll
the
just be
tea.
filling
Let me
in the
break it
blanks.
down.
Spill the tea.
Let me give you a skeleton.
Here we go. Let's start with the next
outline.
episode. And
Right.
But are there any kind of brains or characteristics that you would like Blaine to get to play out? Like something you think would be really fun?
It would be fun to see him be like a real sweetheart, I guess.
That's what I'm hoping for.
You know? Round him out a little bit.
And then I'm
round
hoping
out
I'll
the
make
hard
like
edges.
a
that though.
little Liv and
I know
Blaine
because
connection.
he's ruthless.
There is, yeah.
Yes.
He's pretty ruthless. I've played, a lot of bad guys, and this guy is, he's maybe the baddest. He's pretty evil. He's not. He doesn't. There's no like hue of good that seems to shine through.
I disagree with you.
You see some good?
You're biased. You're biased.
I do.
Yeah.
How much
I know,
stuff does it
sarcastic.
go? I was
So
gonna
maybe
ask. Go
that's
ahead.
a good entree into this next moment here. Our girl here has been really rooting for the Liv Blaine
Bliv.
Yeah.
Hashtag
connection.
Bliv.
Hashtag Liv
And
connection.
like, I'm starting. People are hating on me for thinking that that's a thing. I have a few people who have started to chime in with me, which I love.
Yeah.
So is
And
I mean,
quite
can
honestly,
you?
after such a ruthless episode, it's kind of hard to
I know.
take it in. But
Yeah.
what can we?
the
what can we
more
know about
awful
that?
you are, though, the more I love your character.
Because I want to hate you so much.
I know, it's
I
so
want to hate
convincing.
you so much. Like, I was watching, like, oh, I just do not want to like him, but I just love your character. It's I don't see y'all working out, though.
Yeah, I think that's a hard ask, but I think there's going to come a moment where there's going to come a time where we have to work together because she's kind of written me off, but there's going to come a time where we have to work
Yeah.
together.
And then you're gonna bang it out, and I know
I'm
it.
going to join
Wow,
the same
right to the
Scooby
point.
gang.
Well,
And I predicted that, too. I said it.
We're gonna bang it
I
out.
said that a couple shows ago. Not
what's
the
gonna
bang
happen.
out, not the
we're
bang
going to
out
make
part.
zombie babies.
But you're going to
There
hate
you
each
go.
other. I love it. You're definitely gonna need each other.
I absolutely think it's going to happen. Oh, which made me want to ask, because I wasn't sure if you would give us anything when I asked you that. Did you have to do a chemistry read at all in your audition process? And if so, who was it with?
Oh, there was no. My chemistry read was with our casting director, Anya Koloff, who's been my friend for 10 years, and I've always failed miserably.
Oh no!
In front of her, I don't know why. I don't know why. I would always put so much pressure on myself, or I would have been like, "Oh, dude, I got this. Anya's casting it," and then I would just blow it. And finally, I got a part through her, and
Finally paid off.
finally, she actually called me the day of the test, and I thought I blew it. I thought I lost it. And she kind of went to my neighborhood bar, and I was ponied up with 5 fingers of bourbon. And I got a call from her, and I was like, "Anya, what?" She's like, "Guess what?" I was like, "What? I know. I already know." She's like, "You got the part."
Nice.
I was like, "What?"
Bring me another one.
Classic Hollywood story. Bourbon, you know, just drowning my sorrows. I got the part.
Right. Well, and I want to see Blaine drinking on the show. I'm surprised that he hasn't
that
really been.
bar scene with Jackie, he's
That's
drinking,
true.
and I gave a little, like, because we can't taste anything, and I got this big thing of bourbon, and I'm like, nah. I wanted to take away all my pain, but I can't taste shit. So.
It's not quite working.
But are they affected by the alcohol?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, great.
Affected, yeah.
Okay, great.
There's a lot of stuff. Yes. I mean, we're affected by booze. Yeah.
Great. I like where your mind is going with this.
You can tell where Hannah's going.
Right.
I want him to be more sensitive.
Reading
I want him
between
to
the
drink more
lines
booze.
here.
I'm sorry. I'll keep my inappropriateness under wraps. I'm trying to. But going back to the storyline, because we do have to recap,
That's true.
and I just keep wanting to go down the rabbit hole. But we then see you at the end. Jerome is brought back in. This mortified me, watching you cut into Jerome's brains. And I was bummed because I actually liked Jerome in the last episode. I wanted to see that character stick around for a couple episodes.
Cute kid, played by a great young actor. Can't remember his name, but he was good. He was good. But you know, it's we have to.
do what you gotta do.
Major's gonna go down. He's gonna go down a different rabbit hole now. He's gonna go down his own rabbit hole.
Figured that.
Because
I knew.
you know we had to get some stakes up there for Major to become who Major's going to become, and I need to see
Man,
that
I said it.
transformation.
Yeah, I don't remember what interview it was, but I saw him interview say, it may have actually been with Yell, one of our hosts. I think so, which, by the way, you guys, Yell interviewed all of them at WonderCon this past weekend. All the interviews she has put on Twitter, so you guys should check those out, share them, etc. They're also on my Twitter page. She's awesome. But he had said that we were going to see him in different circumstances, and so it made me wonder, like, which probably not. I'm probably jumping, but will somebody else become a zombie? Like one of the main...
She's asking if he will become a zombie.
That was a hard hit. That's a hard hitting question.
Got the hard-hitting ones here. Here at AfterBuzz.
You don't have to
I'm
say
gonna-
who.
Your face
Just
said
say
I'm gonna
yes.
yes.
confirm that
Your face
after 4 episodes. You're out of your
That's a
mind,
yes,
Grace.
people. That's a yes.
Yes, okay, great.
Are you a zombie? Because that's a brain dead question.
You're spilling all the beans.
Yeah, I know. Well, Major's been kind of a tough character for us to kind of get a handle on as well,
Yeah.
because we've kind of been back and forth. Like, is he going to stick around? Is he not going to stick around? So that will be
And is
interesting
he
to
gonna
see.
man up? He has been just a little wimp thus far.
Been a wimp? Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
he has been dating some attractive women, and so I mean,
Oh yes,
I
which
played Jingo.
I was gonna say that leads us in perfectly to us meeting Major's Jenga partner.
You wanted him to man up. I mean, he moved on.
He did.
I guess
He did.
with his Jenga partner. I don't know if
He's
that's
playing
really
video
manning
games
up.
and Jenga.
Yeah, to me it sounds like he's actually going
For social
worse the
But
other way.
the chippy, she came down in his UW shirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is there? What's the deal with the whole Washington through line that runs through?
Well, we're in Seattle.
Okay, so
UW
that's what
is
you guys.
in Seattle. And boo, boo
Steven.
Huskies. I'm an Oregon Duck. I'm an Oregon boy, and that is our bitter rival, the University of Washington Huskies.
Oh.
But you know, whatever.
So
We're
sorry,
making a
Mike.
TV show. And Major, he used to play football at University of Washington. Major Lillywhite
Oh.
is his name, and I like to think. I think Major Applewhite was a ball player at Texas, and that's where Rob, our creator, is from. And anyway, I don't even want to talk about it. It's actually, I thought it was based on him. It's actually based on a boy that Diane, our other developer, creator, executive producer, she was in love with, named Major. And then Lillywhite was one of Rob's favorite football players, so they put it together.
What a backstory.
And Rob Buckley was like, "Are we married to the name Major Lillywhite?" That's a little...
It is a rough name.
Quarterback
It
with that
is.
name.
It is a rough
It
name.
has to
Definitely
be.
pretty rough. But one of actually our fans for AfterBuzz TV, her name is Lillywhite, which cracks
Oh, really?
me up. Yeah, and she's always tweeting at us. So when I realized that was his last
She's like,
name,
"How dare
I
you
thought
make
it was
fun of
really
that name?
hilarious.
That's me."
I know. You have a great name. Just doesn't work for his last name.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is actually clever. The baseball reference that you were making right now. Some of our viewers pointed out that in episode 1 or 2, a lot of the characters' names were taken from
The Supersonics.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that right?
Players, yes. So, so that's
what?
interesting. In episode 2, I believe it was, some of our viewers pointed out
totally missed that.
that the names, it was in one of the comments, that some of the
wrote
names
it
were taken
down.
from Major League
Oh.
Baseball players.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You know,
No, baseball and basketball.
Which
That's
one?
Sonics.
Yeah, basketball Sonics.
I thought it was baseball. Could be
And
basketball.
baseball is
It's a
Mariners.
I'm wrong.
sport. It's a sport.
And the next
sport.
episode
It
is
is
going to
a
be
sport.
Sean Kemp turning into a zombie.
Yeah, Gary Payton.
Exactly.
Payton and
Special guest, Gary Payton.
Kendall. Who was
Do you know what the case
from my
names were from
hometown, too.
tonight? Because like all of the past ones and them being from the Supersonics what were they from tonight though? Do you know?
Tonight's episode, I can't really speak to him, but there's always a wink to somebody in the past, or a character name from Veronica Mars, or a lot of the guest stars that you've seen before. You've seen in the first 4 episodes and coming up. We got Ryan Hansen on next week's episode. A lot of once you're in Rob Thomas's stable of actors, he's pretty loyal to you.
That's awesome.
So he likes to bring
it in the
back,
family.
keep it in the family.
Bring
yeah.
them back.
That's how you do
Bring
it.
them back.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, I'm new to the family. So
I like all
see my
that.
name pop up, Just
All the
saying.
names.
She's like, just bring me on in the once. We'll get it going.
Extra, anything. I'll be a zombie.
So how did everybody feel then about the Robbie and Major's new bromance that we saw tonight?
Hot.
I love it.
Super hot.
I think I'm just gonna ship them. Maybe I'm over Blaine and Liv. I'm just gonna ship them.
Really unexpected, I thought.
I thought so too, but I love
I did
it.
not see that coming.
I like it
At all.
now. I just thought it was gonna not hinder, but like, I thought Liv and Robbie's relationship would kind of go south and north. Yeah, I think that's the direction I'm
Liv
going
and
to.
Robbie, really?
Because of Robbie and Major moving in together, and them, I thought they were going to be so close. It's kind of like she wants to get in on it, but it's kind of like, nah, you're not really in this. I just felt like I saw them drifting apart because of him, Major,
Moving
and
into
Robbie's
maybe create a
relationship.
divide
Yeah,
between
they
Liv
live
and Robbie.
together. You're going, you see each other every day. You're both guys. You're gonna
Right.
bond. Like you may not bond with her, or share different things.
Yeah.
But at the end, I'm kind of like, this can work.
Yeah.
I started to see
Yeah.
how Robbie saw it. I'm
They're
like,
both gamers, and that's
Yeah.
actually written to their personal preferences.
real life
their
interests?
real life interests. Big time gamers, Raul especially. He up in Vancouver, he got every single console that is available to get.
Oh my goodness.
So he had the PlayStation, the Xbox, the Wii. It was like, which one do we play? He's like, no, we'll play this one, mate. We'll play this. Here, here's your controller. Hit this. All right, set up. Go.
Look at
And we'll
that.
play like FIFA or something like that.
So
He actually got Madden so we could bro out, and he's like, I don't get this, and I dominated it. And then he got rid of it. He probably traded it in for FIFA 2.
That's awesome. Yeah, that was like their bonding moment was basically over the video games.
Yeah.
That was great too. And
yeah.
then,
Yeah.
And then throwing the pillow at Liv, and
Oh, yeah, the whole blackout in the room, I was like, I have seen way too many guys in college who had this exact setup.
Right. Right.
Or
I know. I like
post-college.
the pull-in of the personal interests. But them, moving in together, I feel is like a really perfect point for us to go forward and see the interaction that Major's going to have with them all now.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like these new circumstances and things that very well brings him into the group. It certainly makes sense.
He's such a cookie cutter character right now. There's so much more going to happen with him, like you alluded to. It's just it's going to be much deeper than just walking down the stairs in a towel.
Right.
And be like, hey, what are you
There's
doing?
much more to him than Jenga, guys.
I think he's gonna be a zombie. I mean, your eyes told me that. So,
I didn't say nothing.
You
I said nothing.
Filling in the blanks.
Yeah,
I dig
like,
it.
don't get me in trouble here.
I dig it completely.
Neither confirm nor deny that.
explicitly say it.
But I feel like we need to move into the case so we can run through that, because I want to ask you questions towards the end that are kind of unrelated. So tonight we always give the cases every week different names. This week is going to be Asian persuasion, faux show. So we're going with that.
Show.
So in this Asian persuasion case, we are first introduced by Liv eating Sammy Wong's brains and realizing that he is a member of the Blue Cobra. Yeah?
Yeah.
Great.
Cobras, yeah.
Yes. Which I loved, by the way. Also, I want to change all of her vision names to the Hoodoo Film Festivals. I love that. So we're going to now refer to her visions as her Hoodoo Film Festivals.
Film festival.
Yeah. I thought that was great. But we didn't have all those crazy, like, W or, like, names matching up with the
Everything's
first letter,
T.
which helped me so much this time. I don't know about you guys. I was like, oh, I can actually follow this case this time.
I know.
There's not
Sometimes
a billion
it's quick.
similar names. But basically, the case, it was a long case that took over the entire episode, but I didn't feel like we were arrested by the case in this episode. It seemed like we got to follow along everybody's evolution of their characters a little bit more.
It was really cool with the flashbacks to Malcolm's character, Clive, you know, with the mustache and putting on this whole different character. I thought that was cool. I thought Malcolm did a great job in tonight's episode.
That's right, tonight's episode. No, I agree. That was really interesting seeing good old Detective Babs in such an opposing character. That's our name for him, by the way.
Detective Babs?
Yeah. We couldn't get
Detective
Bob and No or whatever at the beginning, so we just decided to go with
It's a little more
Babs.
endearing.
Seababs.
Detective
Seababs.
I like that too.
It's awesome.
But it was good to see kind of his character in such a way you would never imagine him.
Yeah.
You see him
Right.
so by the books, and to think that he may have had this elusive past was shocking at first.
Did you guys think he was going to be on the bad side?
I did.
You did?
I did. I was just like, you know, it's just something about him that I'm just not really getting. And then when I saw that, I was like, you know, he's an undercover cop. You know, I'm just like, this just speaks volumes to who he is.
This kind of opens up everything else,
Yeah,
like
like-
how we're saying with Major, and there's going to be more with Clive, like because Clive is just kind of, he's just it hasn't really shown his skill as a cop. He's just kind of leaned on Liv.
Yeah.
So now it's kind of like, no, back off. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun to see him have a personality.
Gave him a
his
bit
history.
of a backbone, and fleshed him out a bit, you know.
Yeah, and I
Absolutely.
felt like it gave his character so many more layers by us knowing with his partner potentially, you know, dying. Or correct? Did I make that up?
Yes.
Yeah. So
supposed to die.
yeah, I felt like it gave his character a little bit more levels and depth that will make us more, I don't know, attached to him a little bit more. Because right now, I know that you really like Babs a lot.
Seababs.
But he hasn't really done it for me thus far. Until this episode, he had a little bit more to him.
Because
Yeah.
I thought that he just relied solely on Liv, and I'm like, he's only solving the cases because of her.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I felt like this case was kind of personal to him, being
Yeah.
that I guess he was trying to protect Sammy, and he ended up dead, so it's kind of like, I got this one on my own. Which I just saw him kind of step into the forefront and kind of show his manpower.
Yeah.
But Liv still runs the world.
Right. Well, her vision still saved Ray's life, right?
Right?
Yeah.
And we got to see her do some kung fu, some action.
Yeah, that was so good.
butt.
She's like, I know kung fu.
I know.
I know kung fu.
It cracked me up. And then
Rose
she,
is so great with all these newfound abilities, and it's just so much fun for the writers and for her to really dive into. They're trying to come up with something that's going to stump her.
it has to be like
And
cool
you
new
couldn't find it.
challenges
I know.
every week.
She's-
It makes me
her
want to see.
adaptability is fantastic.
It really is.
Didn't mean to step on you, sorry, but it makes me want to see Blaine in some nice action sequences.
Right?
It makes Blaine want to see Blaine in some action
So, you know, you put the gun down and let's do some fisticuffs.
right?
That's good.
I think that would be awesome if we both ate like the brain of the choreographer for Crouching Tiger, and the Dragon.
Dueling it out, right?
Dueling
Who
it out
would win
on
in
wires.
that one?
Yeah, I want to see you all eat the same brain, so you all can be on the same level.
Exactly.
I said at one point that I thought it'd be really funny if you guys ate the brain, which is awful, but ate the brains of like a child or something, so we can see you guys geek out as little kids. I want that so badly. Like, it is so dark, and I get that, but it would be so funny to watch you guys like act like children together.
I can promise you, she's gonna eat the brains, or she's gonna get dumber. She's got one episode where she eats 2 dumb brains, different variances of dumb.
See,
Maybe that's what happened to the meatheads in the freezer.
Yeah, right.
It was their brains.
I've been waiting to see her eat 2, different brains, because Ravi, I guess that was the last episode though. He was trying to get her, maybe eat this brain, it'll kind of calm you down.
Right.
But she was kind of like, no, I'm not too keen on that. But I want to see her eat 2 different brains, because I want to see how that personality, how the personalities will conflict and how they would come together.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came up with a brilliant idea of her freezing different brains, or even, I think it makes more sense for Blaine's character to do it since he's like dealing brains, but having them as like uppers, downers, take this one if you want this level. Will you do
Smooth you
that?
out, speedball. You want a speedball? You want to get high? You want to get low?
There you
Okay,
go.
Yeah.
put them together. Done.
I think it'd be
Awesome.
hilarious.
Prepare, like zombies prepare for certain situations. So Blaine seems like the kind of guy that would be smart enough to do that. Okay, I've got one for in case I need to fight somebody today, or if I need to outsmart somebody, or do this or that.
Yeah.
Be kind of fun.
Well, yeah, and you're going to see with the meet cute and Blaine's business is there's going to be some complaints about the trips, the brains that he's selling, because as far as we know, he's getting them from teenage runaways from this Nitro skate park, and so that's going to become a new thing. It's going to become a storyline, finding selling a proper trip, selling memories, So.
Oh, cool.
Man,
Interesting.
Yeah.
And let me say,
that's deep.
Yeah.
I call you guys like the Z Mob. That's what I call you. And
You guys got a lot of names.
I called this before, though. I said he is going to get a team of people. I said that. You're going to just become a mob. And you've done just that.
Yeah.
You've done just that.
Just that, and it's all it's pretty cool that we've sorted that out in like the first 4 episodes, and it's pretty clear as to what everybody's
you're trying to
doing.
do.
Yeah.
You're a businessman.
Yeah, I think
Jay-Z would say.
we're kind of click. Every episode that I've seen gets better and better, so I think you guys are in for a good time.
Well, that's saying a lot, because I mean, it was great from the first episode.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I know,
it's gonna
we've
be
been in. We've been in.
Yeah.
Majors and
We're sold.
zombies, soon on down the line, Get in here for
She's
me.
like, it's coming. It's happening.
So I know we're like barreling through completely this case and totally missing out parts. So I'm really sorry, you guys.
How about let's
but-
speak to Tim Chu as AJ. He was great, right?
Yeah, he was
the lead
great.
baddie. Yeah, he was fun.
He was really great. Watching their fight scene was awesome. And she ended up taking
Yeah.
care of it by kicking him in the gonads.
What are
at the
you,
end.
lady?
It was great. And I liked watching her go in like full zombie mode because she thought she had to protect her brother when he was walking in, who we saw so much of her brother tonight, which was awesome. Because I
like
was
his
starting to
character.
wonder if we were ever going to see him again or if we were going to give him much of a storyline. But now I feel like he's going to be a lot more involved in everything.
Yeah, they're really starting to reintroduce kind of all these
Yeah.
characters that we thought were on the outskirts. You
Yeah.
know, slowly they're kind of coming back in, coming into the forefront.
Yeah, there's going to be. It's going to be, all these characters that you've met and that disappear for a second, they come back, because we only have 42 minutes of television to dedicate
right.
to everybody, and we've already built this world, but we're still building the world. So there's going to be love in the air.
For who?
I can't say who, but maybe
Let's
for
keep it.
a couple of people.
Ooh.
Well, yes. What are your thoughts?
Live.
I would love the Liv thing, but I'm going to put it to rest for a little bit because I don't think it will happen yet. I think there will be a moment where you guys, I don't know. But, and then maybe a relationship will evolve in other seasons. I don't know if it will fully happen in this one.
Right.
But we had also talked about maybe Peyton being somebody that,
Sure. Yeah, why don't you, Shaq Payton up, sure, why not?
Why not with Blaine, though? Let's
Why
have
not
Liv's
with Blaine?
best friend date her
Peyton's
frenemy.
Peyton's too wise to follow.
Yeah, that's probably
I had
true.
a question.
But she
about
may not be
Jackie.
for Major. She could date Major.
Oh,
true.
no. Girl code 101.
Yeah, that's besties.
I don't know, though. It may happen. Drama.
with Jackie, how is I just quickly because she was introduced as such a big character as well in this episode. So many people
Yeah.
coming up. How is that working with her? It seems kind of like a fun, almost like Scarface relationship. Like I hate you, you hate me, but we both make lots of money and we can get this done together. Like as a business relationship.
Yeah, it's total business relationship, and I love the end beat. It'll make you feel young again because she's a cougar. It'll make you feel like a teenager.
Or the phone call
I suggest you have
Yeah.
some before I see you tonight. Yeah, it's fun. Sarah Jane is a great Canadian actress, and she's a fun actress to work with. Yeah, I can't really.
No, it's cool. I just like I really do like their dynamic. I'm starting to kind of like
Right, as characters.
Yeah, you can tell she still resents him for it, but she knows she needs him, so it's like, why not?
Yeah, exactly.
In many ways.
Why not get stupping? I'll get my eat on.
Right, and that was actually has been a question of ours throughout our after shows and everything, was the whole love aspect of the zombies. Liv has been saying since episode 1 that she can't have sex, she can't do these things, and so here we see your character fully bring that and make it happen.
Yeah,
so,
I think it gets sorted out with the Jackie thing, because I mean it's to be assumed that it's an STZ. Sexually transmitted
We've been searching for the
zombieism.
term for it.
STZ, man.
There it is.
It's right there. It's right there. It was teed up for
Put it
you.
in a dictionary so people can keep up.
Yeah, you see his eyes go as she goes down on him, and she goes down and wakes up a zombie.
Then Major is totally going to end up a zombie.
God, add that to the list of possible things that can happen. The STZ. Oh Lord, that changes things.
Okay, so I want to ask you some questions because I know we're starting to get close on time. So Rose McIver had mentioned in an interview that fans would be surprised by where the outbreak actually came from. Is it safe to still assume that it has anything to do with the utopium drug?
Yes, it's safe to assume utopium, and you guys know about the other, right? You guys know about the other? The other component?
Perhaps you tell us.
I'm not telling you.
Whoa!
I'm not telling you.
Wait, yes, we do know
What was
that.
that? Rude. Okay.
I'm trying to
Process what we've seen
back
and
in
not
the
seen.
Rolodex of my memory.
All right. Well, great. So is it going to be a shocker? Or is it?
No, there's a batch of tainted utopium that has something to do with it, that I have something to do with, and then there's something else.
I mean,
that is introduced in the pilot episode.
Okay.
And I feel like Robbie has spoken about it, and Liv has spoken about it as they try to suss out the origin.
Okay, now I got to go back and figure it out. Do you think that, I mean, I'm sure you actually know the answer to this, but as of right now, do you think that for your character Blaine that he did cut this drug was something that I don't know if I believe that Blaine is would be aware of this zombie drug cutting, I don't know, to lace something with.
No, I don't think he had that, in mind.
Capability.
No, but maybe he did stomp on it to with something.
Right.
To make it last longer.
But was unaware of maybe the effects it could have.
Yeah.
All right, I dig that.
Because didn't the Cobras too, when they got busted, they were going to get utopium.
They were getting
the
So
shipment
of
after
utopium,
that,
yeah.
I was like, who was your supplier? Were they the
Well,
supplier?
which this is probably wrong too, guys. I'm not committed to this prediction or whatever. No, that doesn't mean we're going into predictions, so don't play that music. But I started to wonder if maybe it would end up being somebody, one of the main characters that was your main supplier, that we would end up finding out that, or a character we've already been introduced to, and then it made me wonder if Clive maybe is involved.
Don't do Clive like that.
Okay, well, see, that's why I said I'm not, okay, but anyways.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
So I'm going to
That's
move
all I can
Pat.
say.
Okay. All right, I dig that. So you do a lot of supernatural projects. Is this an area that's always interested you, or is this just kind of what you fell into?
It's kind of what I've fallen into. I mean, it's not like I go searching for these projects.
Right.
They kind of come looking for me, it seems, or they find me, and or I do my best work auditioning for these kind of projects.
What was it that drew you into this particular project?
It was the writing. The writing was so funny, and I'd never, I saw the title, and I was like, well, iZombie, come on, what the heck is this? And then I opened it, and I was like, this is funny. This is a different smack on the zombie genre, and it was just a real page turner, and I had not really been allowed. Steve Hollywood has not let me
That guy.
let me do comedy. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to get into that world, and then I'm still the heavy as I always am, and I'm still twirling my mustache, but I'm doing it in a funnier way. I hope you laugh occasionally.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How much of you is really in your character Blaine, though?
I think I got a bit of swagger in me.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. I'm peeping.
And he's got some swagger. But you get into the clothes, the cool clothes, and the rocker chic stuff, and the hair and the makeup, and it's easy to fall into this character. He looks a bit like Johnny Rotten to me.
I was going to mention
Johnny
that.
Rotting.
Look at that. Yes, speaking of that and the whole rocker chic, I totally envision Blaine as such a rock star.
Yeah.
And I know that you are a bit of a music fan.
Love music.
Are we going to be able to see any of that? Do you think he's going to incorporate any of that?
Yes, there
into the
is,
season?
actually. It's
Ooh.
funny. In the next 3, 4, 5 episodes, you'll see some of this.
Nice.
You'll see some of Blaine's obsession with music. There's going to be a main player in the show that has something to do with music. Yeah.
Great.
And with this music stuff that's coming up, you'll see... Blaine will be rounded out a bit.
Nice.
There'll be
Dig it.
some-
Quick side note, I've been digging the jams in the show thus far. I love
Yeah.
the intro.
Great
Even
music.
in this episode that we watched, I was digging the Sufjan Stevens and the Bournes at the end. Got to throw my music shout out.
I love it. Throw it out there.
Nice. Did you have that when you heard him, or did you
101.
Shazam
Oh
it?
yeah, no, I do. I like them. Especially Bournes. I'm loving him right now.
Yeah.
The album that he has out is amazing, and I have.
What was
I've
his
had that
song? When was-
10,000 Emerald Pools. It was at the end.
At the end.
Closing.
Okay, dope. Yeah.
Excellent.
Dig it.
I had a
Okay.
quick question about maybe just how it is playing a heel, like to use a wrestling term, because you do it a lot. So how much fun is it playing a bad guy?
It's a lot of fun. I think we all have darkness in our hearts. Some just hide it better than others.
That's a good promo.
I get everybody has a mean streak, and I get to tap into it week to week and get paid for it.
That's cool.
Okay, we're
envious,
running out
really.
of time, but I refuse to let this not happen before we go. I got to see your Breaking Bad impressions.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Dad. Bitch. Shit's cherry, yo. No, Mr. White. Shit's cherry, yo. Okay. Jesse. That's all I got. No, and then we'll do Skylar. Walt, I don't trust you. I don't believe you. I don't know you. And let's finish it off with Jonathan Banks. Walter, just let me die in peace. All right.
You are
No Tuca?
No, Tuca.
It's like they just brought it back.
Yeah.
We just saw a whole nother.
I love it so much.
Bitch.
All right, real quick,
Excellent.
everybody.
Those
let's
are
get
terrible.
Some
Thank you for
really-
making me do that.
Listen, I loved it so much. Really quick, you guys, before we end, let's get some really quick predictions. Whoever wants to throw it out there.
I'm still going
Now,
with hoarding
your
brains.
AfterBuzz TV.
Holding brains?
Hoarding brains.
Hoarding brains.
I want to see
All right.
someone really take advantage of that.
Yeah, you've got to do it. If you're not
Brain
doing
hoarder.
it, you need
Just
to let the
stacks of
writers know.
newspapers, cats everywhere, and brains.
Yeah. It's got to happen. Let them know if they haven't written that in yet.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's a prediction, but Major will be a zombie. Blaine, you're gonna have some major competition in the brain industry. I
The
can see
brain
that happening.
game.
Somebody's
Right.
gonna outsmart you. Yeah, that's it.
I like these predictions.
Dig
Yes,
it?
yes. Okay, I think that we are going to find out a little more about Utopium. I think that there is more to that story with Blaine's connection. I know we may think that he didn't have much to do with it ahead of time, but maybe he did. Maybe he had some things planned all along, and he's used to being in the dealing atmosphere, and he was like, why not zombies and really control these people? I don't know, maybe.
Dig it. I saw in the next week's preview that there is a new man introduced into the show. I do not think he will end up being a love interest for Liv per se, because I think Blaine will actually turn him into a zombie. That is what I think. That is what I think. Your predictions.
Or you just your confirmation. How about that? Your confirmation.
Exactly.
All your predictions, if they're not bang on, they're pretty close.
Great. I dig it. So I'm right.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
I love it, right? I love it, right?
So is that your prediction? Just solidifying that for
My
us?
predictions, your predictions.
All right, great. I don't.
My
We're on the
prediction.
same page.
My prediction is the show's going to get better and better, and keep tuning in because there's going to be some surprises. There's going to be some shocking moments, and there's going to be some more brain eating.
I love it.
Get smart with iZombie.
Nice.
That should be your tagline.
It's going to be trending on Twitter.
All right, you guys, real quick, that is the end of the show for us. Let everybody know where they can find you, David.
You can find me on Twitter at @QuestionAnders, @QuestionAnders.
Dig it, guys.
Jared Gilkerson @Gilkerson Radio on Twitter.
Asia Selden at Asia M Selden.
Blake V on Twitter and Instagram @BlakeVMedia.
And y'all can find me on Instagram and Twitter @TheHotShotDude. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It was
Thank you,
great
guys.
having
Thank
David
you.
Anders.
Thank you guys.
We'll see you. See y'all next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.